Today we're doing Math 6, Mission 3, Lesson 7. Equivalent ratios have the same unit rates. A unit rate is bringing it down to 1. All right, we're going to skip over this warm-up. We're going to go straight into our activity. So activity 1 says, 2 burritos cost $14. So 2 burritos cost $14. Answer the following questions using the table below. Complete the table to show the cost for 4, 5, and 10 burritos at that rate. Next, find the cost for a single burrito in each case. So, number of burritos is 2. So how do I get from 2 to 4? Well, I multiply by 2. So what am I going to do to 14? I'm going to multiply by 2. So 14 times 2 is 28. And because it's in money, we're going to add the 2 zeros, the decimal and the 2 zeros. Now, I can't go from 2 to 5 very easily, right? So I would like to go down to 1, right? So 1 burrito, 2 divided by 2 gets me 1. So 14 divided by 2 gets me $7. Is the unit price that? Well, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So our unit price is $7. How about this for this line? 28 divided by 4 is 7. So the unit rate there is $7. So here, how do we go from 1 to 5? Well, we multiply by 5. So 7 times 5 is $35. Is 35 divided by 5, does that equal 7? Yes, it does. Are you noticing a pattern? They each have the same unit rate. Okay, so we could go from 5 to 10 by multiplying by 2. So 35 times 2 is $70. Well, is 70 divided by 10 7? Yes, it is. Okay, so here, basically, 1 times anything, 1 times B, right, gets you B. So 7 times B gets you the cost in dollars. So we would write it like this, B times 7, because B is our number of burritos. So 2 times 7 equals 14, 4 times 7 equals 28, 5 times 7 equals 35, 10 times 7 equals 70. So B times 7 should equal the cost in dollars. So what's the unit rate? Well, we would take B times 7 divided by the number of burritos, B, because that's what we did here. Cost in dollars, 70, divided by the number of burritos, 10, would get us 7. Well, B divided by B, that's like this. B divided by B times 7. B divided by B equals 1. So that'd be like doing 1 times 7, which means our unit rate would be 7. So what do you notice about the values in this table? All equivalent ratios. How do I know? Because they all have the same unit rate. All right. Let's go on to activity 2. Noah bought B burritos and paid C dollars. Lynn bought twice as many burritos as Noah and paid twice the cost. So you can see here, number of burritos is B, cost in dollars is C. Even though these are letters instead of numbers, we can still treat them like letters. So the unit price would be the cost in dollars divided by the number of burritos. So you can see that. We would do C divided by B, the cost in dollars divided by the number of burritos. So Lynn is 2 times B for the number of burritos because she doubled the burritos Noah bought. And so she doubled her price also. So how much did Lynn pay per burrito? Well, that would be 2C divided by 2B, right? So we could split that into 2 over 2, 2 divided by 2, times C divided by B. Well, 2 over 2 is 1, so that's really like going 1 times C over B, and 1 times anything is itself, so it's just C over B. So what is her unit price? How much did Lynn pay per burrito? C divided by B. Whatever that is. Okay? Explain why, if you can buy B burritos for C dollars or buy 2 times B burritos for 2 times C dollars, the cost per items is the same in either case. Okay, so if you have B over C, right? B items for C dollars, then the unit rate is, oops, sorry, not B over C. The unit rate would be C divided by B, so C over B. If you have 2 B items for 2 C dollars, then the unit rate is 2C over 2B, 2C divided by 2B, which is what we explained here, right? These are equivalent ratios, so the unit price is the same. Okay. Here's our next activity. Complete the table, then explain the strategy you used to do so. All right. So we have time in hours 2, number of bracelets. We don't know what the number of bracelets is, but the speed of bracelets per hour. So bracelets per, that means 1 hour. She can do 6 bracelets every hour. Well, if she did 2 hours, what am I going to do to that 6 to get the number of bracelets? I'm going to do number of hours times how many bracelets she can make in 1 hour. So 6 times 2 would be 12. So in 2 hours, she can make 12 bracelets. In 5 hours, I would do 5 times our unit rate of 6, which would get me 30. She can make 30 bracelets. How about in 7 hours? That would be 7 times 6, which is 42. So she could make 42 bracelets in 7 hours. Now we get 66. So we know it is time, and I'm just going to use a T for time, time times 6 to equal 66, right? Because that's the number of bracelets. So what times 6 equals 66? Well, I know 11 times 6 equals 66. So that would be 11 hours. But if we didn't know that, we could take 66 and divide it by 6. 6 goes into 6 once. That gets me 6. 6 goes into 6 once. That gets me 6. And I'm done. All right, so now we're going to do that again. T times 6 has to equal 100. So what number times 6 equals 100? I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm going to do the math. I'm going to do 100 divided by 6. 6 goes into 1 0 times. 6 goes into 10 once. That gets me 4. Bring down the 0. 6 goes into 40 6 times, which is 36. And then we have 4. Ooh, I'm going to get a repeating decimal because here's 40 again. Oops, I wrote that 0 in the wrong spot. Right, so that would be 6. And then we would get 36. And we would subtract and get 4 again. And that would keep going. Okay, now I can write this. T times 6 equals 100. We're going to do the opposite operation. That's division. So we're going to divide by 6. And we're going to divide both sides by 6 because what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So this answer would be 100 over 6, which we can reduce to 16.66 or 16 2/3. That's the same number. All right. Here's a partially filled table from an earlier activity. Use the same strategy you used for the bracelet problem to complete this table. Okay, so we know burritos. B times 7. So the number of burritos times 7 has to equal 14. What times 7 equals 14? Well, 2 times 7 equals 14, so we got 2 burritos. How about here? The number of burritos times 7 has to equal 28. Well, what number times 7 gets us 28? Well, I know 4 does. Now, here I have B, which in this case is 5, times 7 to get the cost in dollars. 5 times 7 is 35. I'm using that unit rate. This unit rate. I'm using that unit rate. Number of burritos, that would be 10, times 7, which is our unit rate, gets me 70. So to buy 10 burritos, I would have to pay $70. We're not going to do that. And that is the end of your lesson. Please review your lesson summary.